Hi, it's Katrina and today I have my Christmas / end of 2016 haul. I got a Waterstones voucher for Christmas, and between Christmas and New Year my parents and I went to Edinburgh, went to some of the shops there, been to a couple of charity shops in Glasgow and the West End, and just generally I've been picking up some really exciting books. So just before the end of the year I bought They Were Counted by Miklos Banfi. This really isn't showing up that well, but it is very, very beautiful. This is a Hungarian novel written in the 1930s, so pre-Second World War, set during the decline and fall of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. This year I'm really excited to be reading some more Eastern European fiction and some more political kind of classics. This ticks those boxes perfectly, and I'm really excited for a big, rich novel like this is. Right at the end of the year I read Ethan Frome by Edith Wharton on my Kindle app on my phone, and I just loved it so much that I had to buy it in physical copy. So I got this beautiful Penguin Classics Deluxe Edition, which it's just, I love these so much. It's got like a wee comic strip on the back and in the front flap. This is a tragic tale of love and lack of love and just winter, and pick it up please. It's really short and just delightful. Because I was so enchanted by the Farseer trilogy in 2016, they're right here, I picked up the next trilogy by Robin Hobb, and that starts with Ship of Magic. This is the Live Ship Traders trilogy. So in this book we follow a few different perspectives. We follow a pirate called Kenneth. We follow Althea Vestrit, who has been raised as a sailor by her father. She's raised to believe that she's going to inherit this ship that her family owned, but then at the last minute when her father dies they pass the ship over to her older sister, thereby making the ship in control of her husband. The magical element in this book is that these ships are alive. They're called live ships. They're able to access waters that other ships aren't, so the families usually become very wealthy. So Vivacia, the live ship, is also a perspective. We have Wintro, who is raised to be a priest. His father forces him into being a sailor. There's all these other things going on. It's a very rich world. It's expanding what we've learned in the Farseer trilogy, sort of in a different part of the continent. This is the first book I actually read this year and I loved it, so I had to pick up The Mad Ship, which is the second in the trilogy. At the same time I also ordered Tropic of Serpents by Mary Brennan. This is the second in the Lady Trent Memoirs trilogy, or series. I'm not sure if it's a trilogy or a series. This is a fun dragon adventure, fantasy of manners, fictionalised memoir. And I also picked up The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This is a very well known, very well loved fantasy series called the Kingkiller Chronicles. This year I'm excited to get into my big fantasy novels. I honestly don't know a huge amount about this because it doesn't give that much away on the back, but that's great. I can't wait to just dive in and explore a new world. On Byres Road in Glasgow there is an Oxfam bookshop, which is just excellent, and there I picked up two books I'm very excited for. The first is The Gracekeepers by Kirsty Logan. I remember when this came out, maybe was it 2015, and everyone was saying how amazing it was. This is in a near future or a sort of fantasy world where the sea levels have risen massively. And I believe this is about two women, and there's a bear, and there's boats, and I got it for $2.99, so I can't wait. And I also got The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. This is one I keep thinking, oh, I need to pick that up, and just not actually doing it. But I'm very excited for this. I actually haven't read that much Neil Gaiman. I've read Stardust and like it much less than the movie, and that's it. I believe this is about memory and a man remembering his childhood, and that's all I really know. And last but not least, I bought 5 books with the money my parents gave me for Christmas. The first two I've spoken about very recently in my last 2 videos. The first is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. I spoke about this in my December wrap up. I adored this. It's a poetry book with all these beautiful line drawings in it, and I'm going to reread this very soon. I loved it. And the next is The Story of the Shipwrecked Soldier by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I've read 3 of his short novels this year and loved them all. This has been my least favourite because it's actually a journalistic piece that he wrote. It's a true story. It is engaging, but I prefer his fiction, his magical realism, that kind of thing. This follows a sailor who is washed overboard and survives for 10 days at sea with absolutely no food or water. So it is very interesting. It's like real life, Life of Pi situation. I also picked up The Tidal Zone by Sarah Moss. This is one I rated as the #1 book. I cannot wait to read this year. So I spoke about this in my previous video if you'd like to go see it, if you'd like to go to hear me talk about it there. But I believe this is about family and the world and the UK and them dealing with some emotional things things going on in their family. Okay, penultimate book is The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. I read the first 3 books in this cycle, the Raven cycle, in 2016, and I enjoyed them all very much, and I'm excited to see how this wraps up. And last but not least, the absolute pièce de résistance of this haul is War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. For Christmas, my dad got me the War and Peace Blu-ray. This was the BBC adaptation, which was shown this time last year, and oh my god, it was excellent. This is so interesting, so much going on, and so many characters, and beautiful. One of my favourite adaptations I've ever seen of a classic. And even though it's such like a scarily huge book, I just had to own it. So I'm reading right now Anna Karenina, and I'm really loving it. So I'm hoping that I would actually be able to read this too. I think you just need to go into it with the right mindset, and knowing that a lot of this is, yes, fiction and novels, but a lot of it is essays, Leo Tolstoy's own perspective on things, the world, and Russia's place in it, and the nature of war and that kind of thing, which I'm actually interested to hear, because I'm enjoying the sort of philosophical side in Anna Karenina as well. But yeah, this is like a 1200 page novel, but isn't it stunning? Vintage Classics have just released 6 Russian classics to celebrate to mark the 100-year anniversary of the Russian Revolution, and when I finish Anna Karenina, I'm probably going to buy it in the same edition as this because it's amazing. So this follows a broad cast of characters, part of Russian society at the time of Napoleon's invasion, over many years, a couple of generations. There's society, there's battles, there's love and loss, and war and peace. And this is probably not 2017, but I can't wait to really just to have said that I've read this. That's bad, but I'm excited for it. Okay, so thanks for watching my haul. Please subscribe to see more videos from me. I post here every Wednesday and Sunday. You can also follow me on Goodreads and Twitter and Instagram, all of which are linked below. Thanks for watching. Bye.